Good afternoon. This is Todd Bubba Horwitz from Bubba's Bottom Line, coming to you from the floor of the CME Group in Chicago and taking a look at some of the things that I think you should be thinking about and things that kind of bother me. If we take a look at what happened on February 11th, we saw a market that found an absolute bottom. Now, nothing wrong with finding a bottom. It was a technical pattern that worked out to be just perfect, a nice double bottom. And in fact, I specifically on February 11th called it that could be a spot to look to be a buyer. I said, but I really look to see the rally so that I could sell into it. However, out comes news that our good old Fed chair, Janet Yellen, happened to call Mario Draghi on February 11th, and she called the head of the Bank of England on February 11th, and Jamie Dimon stepped up and bought 500,000 shares of his stock, all on February 11th. Isn't it amazing how they all figured out to get the bottom of the market, and all of this took place because of the Federal Reserve and people getting involved in it. Now, I don't know that there was any insider trading. I don't know that there was anything funny going on there, but it is an awfully funny coincidence that all of a sudden we find out that Yellen calls Draghi, Yellen calls the Bank of England, and Jamie Dimon steps up and buys 500,000 shares of stock. You know, it's a little bit fishy to me. Now, again, I'm not accusing, I don't know, but what I do look at is I say, awfully good coincidence that because, you know, the JP Morgan does own part of the Federal Reserve. It is a private corporation that is partially owned by JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. So if you look at it from that side of the theory, why is nobody talking about that? We have a continuation of Fed manipulation. The markets have not changed. The fundamentals of what's going on have not changed. We've only seen things probably get worse, yet because of the cheaper money, markets continue to rally up. So I just want to know, why is Janet Yellen calling the Bank of England, Mario Draghi, and how did Jamie Dimon know that February 11th was the day to go ahead and buy stock when we have a market that was flushing and then came to a bottom? Now again, it could be purely coincidence, but it certainly reeks of something, of some proprietary stuff. When you look at it, you say, what happened? But anyways, that was just food for thought for today. That's the way I see it. This is Todd Bubba Horwitz from Bubba's Bottom Line, coming to you from the floor of the CME Group in Chicago.